It's a tough one today.
Yeah.
Miho Nakayama.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the actress from Love Letter.
Mm-hmm.
She passed away.
Oh, wow.
Only 54.
So young.
It's been kind of all over the news, and I know you're a big fan of Japanese cinema, so
Huge fan.
I thought this would be a good one to kind of dive in with you.
Yeah, definitely.
We've got a news article here that kind of details everything.
Okay.
And frankly, it's left me with more questions than answers.
I bet.
Nakayama's career was so multifaceted. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
where do we even begin?
Right.
You were deep into the J-pop scene back then.
I was there.
Like, you remember how huge it was?
It was massive.
She wasn't just riding that wave.
Yeah.
She was, like, creating it.
She was a pioneer.
What was it about her music that stood out?
For starters, her voice.
Okay.
This incredible range.
Uh-huh.
Both powerful and delicate.
Right.
I mean, she could belt out these energetic pop anthems, and then turn around and just deliver this, like, heartbreaking ballad.
Wow.
Leave you in tears.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And her stage presence.
Yeah.
Pure charisma.
She had it.
Oh, yeah. She commanded attention, even in those,
Yeah.
like elaborate J-pop performances with
Right.
dozens of dancers and flashing lights.
It's a lot.
Oh, it was this spectacle.
So she was more than just a pretty face then.
Oh, absolutely. Much more.
And then she makes this leap into acting
Right.
Love Letter.
I know. It's amazing.
It became this international sensation.
It really did.
What makes it such a masterpiece?
I think it's a film that works on so many levels.
Okay.
The story itself is simple,
Mm-hmm.
but profound.
Okay.
This woman trying to connect with her deceased fiancé through letters,
Wow.
only to uncover a hidden love story from his past.
Wow.
But it's the way it's told. The pacing,
Yeah.
the cinematography,
Mm-hmm.
those lingering shots of snowy landscapes creates this atmosphere of melancholy and longing.
I remember.
Yeah.
And Nakayama playing two roles.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That must have been a challenge.
Absolutely. She portrays both the grieving fiancé
Right.
and the woman who unknowingly shared her fiancé's name. It's like they're two sides of the same coin,
Interesting.
each wrestling with loss and memory.
Wow.
Nakayama captures their distinct personalities so subtly.
Yeah.
The way they move, the way they look,
Wow.
even the way they breathe.
Really?
It's breathtaking to watch.
Wow.
It really is.
No wonder it won so many awards.
I know.
And introduced Japanese cinema to a whole new audience.
It opened up a whole world.
Inspiring to see someone achieve that level of success
I know, it really is.
in different artistic fields.
Yeah, it really speaks to her versatility and willingness to push boundaries.
Yeah.
I mean, she wasn't content with just being a J-pop idol.
Right.
She wanted to explore different avenues of expression. And she excelled at everything she did.
Okay, this is where it gets a bit heavier.
Oh.
The article goes into the circumstances of her death,
Okay.
and it's a bit unsettling.
Oh, no.
Found unresponsive in her bathtub
Oh, gosh.
by a coworker.
Oh, wow.
Emergency services were called, but
So sad.
it's tragic,
It really is.
especially considering her age,
Yeah.
the fact that she seemed to be at the peak of her career,
Yeah, it's...
and there's this detail about her canceling a Christmas show
Oh, really?
due to poor health.
Wow.
Do we know anything more about what she was dealing with?
Unfortunately, the article doesn't go into specifics.
Okay.
It just mentions that she was unwell enough to pull out of
Right.
major performance.
Had to have been something significant.
Yeah, it suggests
No.
something serious.
It's heartbreaking to think she might have been struggling privately
Yeah.
while still trying to maintain her career.
You never know what's going on behind closed doors.
That's true.
The police are currently investigating. So hopefully we'll get some answers eventually.
Yeah.
But for now, I think it's important to focus on celebrating her life and legacy
Right.
rather than dwelling on the unknown.
Absolutely. And speaking of legacy,
Yeah.
she leaves behind a son. Right.
Yes, he was in the custody of her ex-husband,
Yeah.
the musician Hitonari Tsuji,
Right.
at the time of her death.
It's impossible to imagine what they must be going through.
I know, it's just...
The statement from her agency is incredibly poignant.
Yeah.
We are stunned by the sudden occurrence of this event.
Wow.
You can really sense the raw emotion in those words.
Yeah, it speaks volumes about the shock and disbelief
Right?
everyone is feeling.
Yeah.
Miho Nakayama was more than just a celebrity.
Right.
She was a talented artist,
Uh-huh.
a mother, a
Sure.
friend.
Yeah.
Her loss leaves a void in many lives.
And what about her fans?
Oh, yeah,
I mean, this news has hit them hard.
of course.
We've seen an outpouring of tributes online.
It's been incredible.
What do you think it is about her work?
I think it's her ability to convey genuine emotion.
Okay.
Whether she was singing a catchy pop tune
Yeah.
or delivering a heart-wrenching performance on screen.
Yeah.
You could feel her sincerity.
Hmm.
It was like she was inviting you into her world,
Yeah.
sharing a piece of herself.
Powerful connection to make with an audience.
It really is.
It makes you realize the impact artists have, even beyond their work.
Absolutely.
They touch lives.
They do.
Inspire dreams.
Yeah.
Create communities.
It's true. And those connections endure even in the face of loss.
Miho Nakayama may be gone,
It's true.
but her legacy will live on
Absolutely.
through her art and the countless lives she touched.
So many people.
We're going to take a short break here,
Okay.
but we'll be back to delve deeper into the impact of Miho Nakayama's work
Sounds good.
and explore the lasting impressions she's left on the world.
I'm ready.
Thinking about Miho Nakayama's passing is making me think about Love Letter in a whole new light.
It's interesting how grief can change our perspective on art, isn't it?
Totally.
We start noticing details we may have missed before.
Yeah.
The emotional impact deepens.
I remember being captivated by the visuals,
Yeah.
the music, that sense of longing.
Right.
But now knowing that Nakayama herself is gone,
Yeah.
it adds this layer of melancholy.
Right.
It's like the film itself is a reflection on loss and memory.
Remember how the film plays with the idea of two women, both connected to the same man, but in completely different ways.
Right.
One through a passionate, youthful love that ended abruptly.
Right.
The other through a more mature, enduring love built on shared memories.
Right. And they're both trying to make sense of their grief.
Yeah.
To understand who this man truly was.
It's like Nakayama's performance is giving a voice to those unspoken feelings we all have when we lose someone we love.
There's this one scene I remember where Itsuki, the fiancé, is standing on this snowy hillside, calling out her fiancé's name into the wind.
Oh, yeah.
Such a simple act.
Yeah.
But in that moment, you can feel the weight of her grief.
Yeah.
The desperate need to connect with him one last time.
So powerful.
And the way Nakayama delivers that line, it's almost like a whisper. But it carries so much emotion.
It does.
Gives me chills just thinking about it.
I know exactly what you mean.
And then there's Hiroko, the woman who shared the fiancé's name.
Yeah.
She's revisiting her childhood, unearthing these long-forgotten memories of their shared past.
Like she's piecing together a puzzle, trying to understand who this man was before he became the person she fell in love with.
And through that process, she's also coming to terms with her own grief, her own sense of loss.
Absolutely.
It's a beautiful and complex portrayal.
It really is.
Of how we grapple with the past, especially when it's intertwined with the pain of losing someone.
And visually, the film is stunning.
I agree.
The way the director uses light and shadow to create this ethereal atmosphere.
Yeah.
The stark beauty of those snowy landscapes.
Yeah.
It all adds to this sense of longing and introspection.
You know, it's interesting that you bring up the visual aspect.
Yeah.
I read somewhere that Nakayama was very involved in the artistic direction of the film.
Oh, really?
Particularly the costume design.
Interesting.
She wanted the clothing to reflect the characters' personalities.
Okay.
And emotional journeys.
Makes perfect sense.
Right.
I mean, she was known for her attention to detail, her commitment to bringing authenticity to every role she played.
It's another example of how she was more than just an actress.
Absolutely.
She was a true artist.
Yeah.
Involved in every aspect of the creative process.
And that brings us back to the mystery surrounding her death.
Right.
We talked about the police investigation earlier.
Yeah.
But the article doesn't give much away.
Do you think they'll ever be able to determine exactly what happened?
It's hard to say. Sometimes these cases are straightforward.
Right.
Sometimes they're not.
But regardless of the outcome of the investigation, I think it's important to remember that Miho Nakayama was a human being.
Of course.
With a life, a family.
And
dreams that extended beyond the public eye.
Absolutely. And while the circumstances of her death are undoubtedly tragic, we shouldn't let that overshadow the incredible life she lived and the legacy she leaves behind.
Exactly. And part of that legacy is the impact she had on her fans. We talked earlier about the outpouring of grief and tributes online.
Right. It's clear that she touched countless lives with her music and films.
I was reading some of those online tributes earlier.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to see how much her work meant to people.
I know, it's incredible.
Fans are sharing their personal stories, their favorite memories of her performances, and how her art helped them through difficult times.
It speaks to the power of art to connect us.
Right.
To provide comfort and solace. and to help us make sense of the world around us.
Miho Nakayama's work may have been rooted in Japanese culture.
Yeah.
But its themes of love loss and the search for identity resonated with audiences worldwide.
It's true. She tapped into something universal.
Yeah.
Something that transcends language and cultural barriers.
And that's a testament to her talent.
Absolutely.
And her ability to convey genuine human emotion through her performances.
And her legacy will continue to live on through those performances.
Right.
Love Letter will continue to be watched and rewatched. Her music will still be listened to.
I bet.
And her fans will keep her memory alive through their shared love and appreciation.
It's comforting to think about that.
Yeah.
Especially in the face of such a tragic loss.
It is.
Her work will continue to inspire and move people for generations to come.
It will.
And in that sense, her spirit will live on.
We'll be back after a short break to wrap up our deep dive into the life and legacy of Miho Nakayama.
Okay.
And consider what her story can teach us about life loss and the enduring power of art.
It's been really interesting talking about her work.
Yeah.
But behind the films and the music, there was a real person. You know?
Oh, of course.
Someone who, like all of us, faced challenges and triumphs.
Absolutely. And while we don't have access to, the intimate details of her life, we can kind of glean insights from, her career choices.
Right.
And the way she navigated the often turbulent waters of fame.
Her transition from J-pop idol to acclaimed actress.
Right.
Speaks volumes about her ambition and willingness to reinvest herself.
It really does.
It couldn't have been easy
to
walk away from the adoration of millions of fans to pursue something completely different.
Especially in a culture where idols are often expected to maintain a certain image and cater to their fans' expectations.
Right.
But Nakayama seemed determined to forge her own path.
Yeah.
Even if it meant taking risks and defying conventions.
And that risk paid off.
It did.
Love Letter wasn't just a successful film.
No, it wasn't.
It became a cultural phenomenon.
It really did.
Introducing Japanese cinema to a global audience.
It's a testament to her talent and courage to push boundaries.
And think about the impact that had.
Yeah.
On other aspiring artists, particularly women in Japan.
Right.
Here was someone who broke free from the mold, proving that it was possible to achieve success on your own terms.
Powerful message.
Especially in a world where women are still often pigeonholed into certain roles and expectations.
Absolutely.
Nakayama's career trajectory is an inspiration.
It is.
A reminder that we all have the potential to define our own success and pursue our passions, regardless of societal pressures.
And her legacy extends beyond her individual achievements.
Right.
I mean, she helped pave the way for a new generation of Japanese filmmakers and actors who are now gaining international recognition.
It's like she opened a door showing the world the richness and depth of Japanese storytelling.
Yeah, and her influence can be seen in everything.
Yeah.
From the rise of anime and manga to the growing popularity of Japanese fashion and cuisine.
It's fascinating to see how one person's artistic vision
Yeah.
can have such a ripple effect, impacting culture on a global scale.
It's really something worth celebrating.
Miho Nakayama's story is a reminder that art has the power to transcend boundaries, to connect us, and to inspire change.
Yeah, I think you summed it up perfectly.
And her legacy will continue to resonate for generations to come.
In the end, it's not just about the awards or the accolades.
Right.
It's about the impact we have on the world, the connections we forge,
Yeah.
and the stories we leave behind.
And Miho Nakayama's story is one that will continue to be told and cherished.
It will.
Well, thank you for joining me on this deep dive into the life and legacy of Miho Nakayama.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been a journey filled with reflection, admiration, and a renewed appreciation for the power of art to touch our lives.
And for those of you listening, I encourage you to seek out Miho Nakayama's work.
Yes.
Experience her talent firsthand and reflect on the ways in which art can enrich and inspire us.
Well said.
Thank you, dear MMS Stories channel followers. We will be happy if you subscribe to the channel, like the story, share it, and comment on it.